to you by Kia Car Rents. It's from a different world.
You're entering the future-ready CNBC-TV18 EBIX Cash Studio.
Hello and welcome to Startup Street from the CNBC-TV18 EBIX Cash Studio. I'm Shruti Mishra and with me as always is Arundhati Ramanan. These are the top headlines from the startup space. Audio OTT platform Pocket FM gets $65 million in a Series C funding round led by Goodwater Capital, Naver and existing investor Tanglin Venture Partners.
Instant live tutoring startup Philo bagged $23 million in Series A round led by Antos Capital. The round also saw participation from existing investor Better Capital along with GSV and Sapling Capital.
Upskilling startup Scalar acquires online learning platform Applied Roots for $50 million. This is the third acquisition for Scalar after it bought Coding Minutes and Coding Elements last year.
Digital banking and financial services startup Jupiter facilitates ESOPs for 21 of its former and current employees. The two liquidity transactions for the same have totaled up to approximately $4 million.
SoftBank borrows about $870 million using Z Holdings shares in its first such asset-backed financing to raise funds for business purposes. Bloomberg News reported SoftBank is using about 4.8% of Z Holdings that it indirectly owns through a holdings corp for stock lending.
Amazon is shutting down all its Amazon Books physical bookstores as well as its Amazon 4-star and Amazon pop-up shops. The closures affect 68 stores across the US and UK as per a CNBC report. Workers who opt not to stay will be offered severance packages, it said.
Those are the headlines we're tracking for you this evening. Let's start the show with the big fundraise of today. Leading audio OTT platform Pocket FM has raised $65 million in a Series C funding round led by Goodwater Capital, Naver and existing investor Tanglin Venture Partners. The freshly raised capital will be invested to strengthen leadership position, expansion and building the largest audio creator community. To talk to us about these plans, joining me now is Pocket FM's co-founder and CEO Rohan Nayak. Rohan, welcome to Startup Street. Now, you raised your Series B round of $22.4 million in December last year, and with the $65 million Series C round now, tell me what is the current valuation of the company and why the need to raise another round within just 3 months?
Thanks a lot, Shriti, for having me. You know, we have seen audio content consumption exponentially grow over the last year. You know, we have grown 12x in the last 12 months to over 50 million registered users. And what we're seeing in the audio space overall is that we are at an inflection point here. So I think we decided to raise another round soon after our Series B so that we can, sort of strengthen our market leadership position and at the same time also invest heavily in building our creator community, which is going to be critical for our growth and defensibility.
Okay. Rohan, I understand that the freshly raised capital will be used to expand into new languages, invest in AI capabilities, and build the largest audio creator community, like I said earlier. Elaborate on these plans, with your creator studio and consumer app. What will the new offerings be? What new languages do you plan to add, and the new partnerships in the pipeline?
Sure. So Shruti, in the audio OTT space, which is relatively a new content category, right? So video OTT has existed for a long period of time, but if you look at the audio OTT space, it is just starting to sort of come into its own shape, right? And so the biggest investment from our side is going to be how do we build the creator community, sort of across languages. And sort of provide these creators opportunities not to just reach out to a wider audience, but also to monetize their content. So we want to sort of build breadth and depth across the 8 major Indian languages to start off with. And I think that's going to be our key focus here.
You mentioned monetization, and I want to pick up from that. While you empower audio creators around the world, in crafting long-form audio content from writing to voice acting, and also providing a channel for consumers to find and discover that talent. But tell me how you're helping them make money. What is the monetization strategy?
Sure. Shruti, so last year, the focus was on sort of category creation. What we're doing in what we're doing at Pocket FM is essentially creating a category of audio entertainment within the overall audio space. And we feel audio entertainment specifically, is probably going to be the biggest of them all. So last year, the focus was on category creation, and sort of building the foundations of the platform. We recently started monetization, and the monetization model is going to be a hybrid of advertisements and at the same time micropayments. What I mean by micropayments is essentially users paying for certain shows or certain episodes. And we're essentially just, we're questioning everything we know about the OTT space in terms of a monetization model, and sort of going from a bottoms-up approach, saying that what we can do to sort of increase revenue for our creators. So our creators essentially will get a revenue percentage of the money we make from these shows.
Right, and it's a mix of, like you said, advertisement plus micropayments. Rohan, audio consumption has seen exponential growth, especially over the last 1 year. Tell me which format is working well and seeing more demand. In addition to audio entertainment, what else are users looking for? If you could take me through the new consumption trends you're seeing.
So Shruti, fundamentally, what we're also seeing globally in audio is that audio consumption is not just limited to the traditional use cases that we know of, like from commuting to housework to gym, but we're also seeing users consume audio when they just want to take a break from sort of like their screens, right? So as a result, that has potentially expanded the scope of an audio entertainment or audio OTT platform. In addition to entertainment, what we're also seeing users consuming knowledge content. What I mean by knowledge content, these are content like self-help audiobooks to audio courses, which are more in the continuous learning realm. And I think knowledge will also pick up, I feel, in the months to come.
And I believe you've seen a 12x demand as well for this?
Yeah. So I think continuous learning is also going to be a key category in audio, and fundamentally, entertainment and knowledge are going to be the two key pillars of audio that globally has not been innovated upon.
Sure. Okay. Rohan, you are looking to grow your creator community further. In fact, you're targeting 5 million paying users in the next 12 months. If you could take me through your current revenue numbers and the revenue model, tell us how you making money, what is the revenue mix like, and how soon do you hope to turn profitable?
Sure. So, Shruti, I think the focus on, as I discussed, right? I mean, as I mentioned, the last year, the focus was on growth. Now, the idea is that, focus on revenue is twofold. One is, of course, for us to become become a much more sustainable business. And the second is essentially empowering our creators to sort of make a living out of the content that they create with Pocket FM. So it's going to be a mix of, again, advertisements and micropayments. We feel we're innovating a lot on the micropayments piece and sort of making it much more easier and providing much more value to the users to pay for content. So while I can't disclose the existing revenue numbers, but we're very hopeful and very optimistic that we're really seeing great signs of users paying for content in India if they get value.
So how soon do you hope to turn profitable, Rohan?
So profitability is, frankly, Shruti, is not our key focus right now. The key focus is to first build this category out, establish market leadership, and build a sustainable business model. And of course, we feel if we sort of work on these three elements, profitability will come on its own.
All right. One final question before I let you go. Your mission is to build the largest audio OTT platform. What kind of partnerships, Rohan, are you looking at?
So, Shruti, fundamentally, you can think of Pocket FM as a Netflix for audio. That's what we are building. And I think, of course, we're looking for partnerships with creators, with influencers, and even now publishers who feel Pocket FM could be a great distribution channel for their books.
Okay. All right, Rohan, we wish you the very best with all your future partnerships and future growth targets. Many thanks for joining us on Startup Street today.
Thanks, Shruti.
And with that, let me now give you